Hey guys, and welcome to my Endless Runner Devlog Part 3. Last time I had added some obstacles to spawn, came up with a simple energy system, and made the map generation a little better. Today I'm going to be looking at adding some new obstacles and coming up with some sort of map shifting for my game. So let's get to it. To start off, there was one thing that struck me as I was just messing around and playing my game. What if it never ends? Okay, well obviously with an implemented energy system, any runs on this game will more than likely come to an end because energy is going to run out eventually. But you know, with the player moving at a relatively high speed across, and these energy coins spawning so that you could recharge your energy bar, I was wondering primarily about one thing, and that is the position of the game objects. With the player traveling across the world in little time, the expositions of the player in the map will reach very high numbers. Now, if runs lasted a few minutes each or so, this wouldn't be a big deal. But let's say under some circumstance, someone manages to get a really good run going, and it ends up lasting for a good while. After some research on the topic, I had found that Unity could be prone to precision errors and something called overflowing float. Basically, with position values near 100,000 or more, floating point numbers will become less accurate and calculations in the game engine could become a little wonky, as some people in the forum seem to have experienced. I don't really think this would be an issue on my end, but I wanted to put in some kind of system where the map shifts back to the origin after some time. I probably will not enable it until I start noticing some issues, but I would like to have it ready in the event it becomes necessary. So to make this happen, I have all objects, including the player, the map sections, the obstacles and stuff, and put them under one parent object. This parent object will be centered at the origin while the player in the map moves along the x-axis. So when the game reaches a certain target distance, I can simply tell the parent object to shift everything back to the origin. The shift is almost unnoticeable, except the trail stretches across the screen because it follows the player, so that's kinda bad. But I'm disabling the shift for now anyways, so I'll worry about that if it comes to it. Now I wanted to have some variance in obstacles to make the map a little less dull. I could make a cube already in Unity, so that's another obstacle possibility. Looking around in the list of native 3D objects, I could not find anything that was triangular. I thought it would be cool to have some spikes on the ground and ceiling just for a bit of variance, so I went to make them myself. Of course, this game is going to use some basic shapes as placeholders for now, so I went into Blender and made a very simple triangle obstacle. Bringing it into Unity was easy. I just dragged it into the assets folder and I could easily bring it into the scene and make it a prefab. Just like that, the new obstacles make the game a little more interesting. I also randomized the gravity of spawning obstacles so some would float and some would stick to the ground and ceiling. With all that, this is what it looks like.